Peace be upon you. In today's talk, I wanted to show you from the Qur'an that Prophet Muhammad was the first Qur'an alone follower. That is, he was the first man to follow the Qur'an and only the Qur'an. And if we are claiming to follow the messenger, then it is incumbent upon us to follow the Qur'an and only the Qur'an. The Qur'an is explicit in pointing out the fact that the only revelation that Prophet Muhammad received from God was the Qur'an, the same Qur'an that is in your hands today. Furthermore, Muhammad was commanded by God to follow the Qur'an alone. He was not following any other guidance besides the Qur'an alone. This makes him the first Qur'an alone follower. So let's look at some of the verses in the Qur'an that prove beyond a doubt that this was the case. This is from the Qur'an Complete Revelation by Brother Garens. These verses, and you can download his entire translation for free from Qur'anite.com. This is chapter 46, verse 9. Say thou, I am no new thing among the messengers, and I know not what will be done with me or with you. I follow only what is revealed to me, and I am only a clear warner. So Prophet Muhammad was himself commanded to say that he does not have any knowledge of the unseen besides what was revealed to him in the Qur'an. He is only following what is revealed to him, and his job was to be a warner to mankind. Next, chapter 6, verse 50. Say thou, I say not to you, I possess the treasuries of God, or I know the unseen, nor do I say to you, I am an angel. I follow only what is revealed to me. Say thou, are the blind and the seeing equal? Will you then not take thought? Also, Prophet Muhammad did not have the power to alter the Qur'an. But this is precisely what Muslims do when they take the alleged sayings of Prophet Muhammad, the Hadith literature, and superimpose them over the Qur'an. As in, they take the Hadith literature and the stuff that they have made up in this literature, in this text, they then try to change the Qur'an's narrative, the Qur'an's context, and ultimately the Qur'an's message. This is what they're doing. So this is chapter 10, verse 15 and 16. And when our proofs are recited to them as clear signs, those who look not for the meeting with us say, bring thou a Qur'an other than this, or change thou it. Say thou, it is not for me to change it of my own accord. I follow only what is revealed to me. I fear, if I should disobey my Lord, the punishment of a tremendous day. Say thou, had God willed, I would not have recited it to you, nor would he have made it known to you, for I had tarried among you a lifetime before it. Will you then not use reason? What is even more monstrous is alleging that Prophet Muhammad knew about things which were never revealed to him by God. As I mentioned earlier, the Quran is very clear that only the Quran, the revelation which is in your hands and my hands, this is the only knowledge of the unseen that Muhammad was revealed. There was nothing extra that was revealed to him, and we will look at more verses to attest to that fact. But by alleging that Prophet Muhammad knew about things which were never revealed to him by God, the Muslims have made up a tremendous lie. Because Muhammad only related the Quranic revelation faithfully. He did not invent anything about God. The Quran is clear on this point. This is chapter 17, verses 73 through 75. And they had almost seduced thee away from what we revealed to thee, that thou invent about us other than it. As in, they were trying to get Prophet Muhammad to make up lies, to invent about God other than what the revelation he received. And it says, and then would they have taken thee as a friend, and were it not that we had made thee firm, thou wouldst have relied upon them a little. Then would we have let thee taste double in life and double in death. Then wouldst thou not find for thee against us a helper. So God strengthened his heart, and he related the Quran, the Quranic revelation faithfully. And that's the end of the matter. Now, in multiple places in the Quran, the unbelievers asked Muhammad about when the day of judgment would occur, and he simply replied that he did not know. And why is this important? Because this is just giving you, I'm just giving you an example that if you compare the Quranic revelation in these verses with the Hadith literature, in the Hadith literature you will find that Prophet Muhammad was predicting, he was giving signs of the coming day of judgment. And I shall show you one of the hadiths that alleges that. But the fact of the matter is that Prophet Muhammad did not have any knowledge of when the hour will take place or what the signs were that were going to happen before the day of judgment. This knowledge was reserved to God. This is in the Quran. So to imply that Prophet Muhammad knew about the signs that would occur before the day of judgment is to deny these verses that I will show you. Okay, this is from chapter 7 verses 187 and 188. They ask thee concerning the hour, when is its arrival? Say thou, knowledge thereof is but with my Lord. None reveals its time save he. It weighs heavily in the heavens and the earth. It comes not upon you save unexpectedly. They ask thee as though thou wert privy thereto. Say thou, knowledge thereof is but with God, but most men know not. Say thou, I have no power to do myself benefit or harm, save that God should will. And had I knowledge of the unseen, I would have acquired abundance of wealth, and evil would not have touched me. I am only a warner and bearer of glad tidings to people who believe. So, what do we have here? Well, the people were asking him about the hour, when is its arrival? And he said, I don't know, knowledge thereof is but with my Lord. And that God only will reveal its time. And they were insisting because they were thinking that Prophet Muhammad was holding back some knowledge of the unseen. This is what it means. They asked thee as though thou wert privy thereto. And again, he was told to reply to them, knowledge thereof is but with God. So, but most men know not. Most men think that there is other knowledge that will tell them. They're predicting stuff, but the fact of the matter is God alone has knowledge of when the time will come and what the signs of the day of judgment are before it's befalling. Now, I am going to show you one hadith, and there are many other hadiths if you care to look, that have Prophet Muhammad predicting the coming of the day of judgment by giving certain events that would occur before it. That is, he was privy to knowledge that was not granted to him in the Quran, and he himself was told to say that. So this is one hadith. This is from Sahih Muslim, book 41, hadith number 6931, and it goes, Hudayfa bi Usayd Ghifari reported, Allah's messenger, may peace be upon him, came to us all of a sudden as we were busy in a discussion. He said, what do you discuss about? They, the companions, said, we are discussing about the last hour. Thereupon he said, it will not come until you see the 10 signs before. And in this connection he made a mention of the smoke, Dajjal, the beast, the rising of the sun from the west, the descent of Jesus son of Mary, Allah be pleased with him, the Gog and Magog, and landsliding in all three places, one in the east, one in the west, and one in Arabia, at the end of which fire would burn forth from the Yemen and would drive people to the place of their assembly. So this is one hadith of many other hadiths that supposedly Prophet Muhammad knew in advance what would happen. And we've already seen that Quran categorically denies this. Now, one last thing that I want to touch upon is that Muslims keep on claiming this thing that Muhammad was given some extra knowledge besides the Quran. And that wisdom has somehow passed into the Hadith literature. But the Quran is clear that only the Quran was revealed to Prophet Muhammad. And here are the verses that state that. This is chapter 6, verse 19. Say thou, what thing is greatest in witness? Say thou, God is witness between me and you, and this Quran has been revealed to me, that I might warn you thereby and whom it reaches. Do you bear witness that there are other gods with God? Say thou, I bear not witness. Say thou, he is but one God, and I am quit of that to which you ascribe a partnership. So, God is witness between me and you, as in Prophet Muhammad was told to say, that God is witness that this Quran has been revealed to me. This is it. No extra knowledge. This is chapter 25, verse 32. And those who ignore warning say, "Oh, that the Qur'an were but sent down upon him all at once, thus that we might strengthen thy heart thereby," and we have recited it distinctly. So, the Qur'an was being sent down upon him, and those who ignore warning were saying, okay, why even just reveal a one, as jumlatan wahidan, as one complete, sentence. And the reason for that is that God is saying that it would strengthen his heart if it was revealed in stages. That is God's wisdom. Again, there is no mention of any extra wisdom, extra knowledge that Prophet Muhammad was given. Everything that God communicated to Prophet Muhammad is in the Quran. This is a basic foundation of the Quranic revelation. Across the whole of the Quran, there is not a single verse which supports this false assertion by Muslims that Muhammad was revealed extra knowledge besides the Quran. Okay, this is I challenge you to find me any verse that says that Muhammad was revealed something that was extra that is not in the Quran. You won't find it. Of course, Muslims are not ready to accept the Quran's own testimony that this was the only thing that was revealed to Muhammad and he was told to follow it, because this would entail abandoning their inherited religion, the religion of Islam, which is mostly based on the Hadith literature and obviously the practices that the Muslims are blindly following, the ancestors. This is what the religion of Islam is. It doesn't really have a direct connection, much of a connection with the Quran. So this would entail that they would have to abandon all this, and they're not willing to do that. And this is really sort of the crux of the matter. But let's see what the Quran says about this. Here in chapter 3, verses 31 and 32, we read, "Say thou, if you love God, follow me. God will love you and forgive you your transgressions. And God is forgiving and merciful. Say thou, obey God and the messenger. Then if they turn away, God loves not the false claimers of guidance." The Al-Kafirun. Now, I'm just going to stop here and go over this verse, because this sentence, obey God and the messenger, Atiullah wa Rasul, this is sort of the rallying cry of the traditionalist Muslims, those who are still stuck with the Hadith literature and with the inherited rituals. They will keep on using this as a hammer, saying obey God and the messenger whenever you say to them the Quran alone. And God willing, I will address this obey God and the messenger in the next video or the next future videos. But here we have a clear in the context, we have a clear understanding of what obeying God and the messenger means. It means to follow the messenger, and the messenger was himself being told to follow the Quran. So obeying God and the messenger means to follow the Quran, the revelation that he was sent with, that he was supposed to warn with. This was his duty. The messenger is a warner and a bearer of glad tidings. This is it. So this is what if you claim to obey God and the messenger, then you need to be following the Quran alone, because we have already established that Prophet Muhammad was following the Quran alone. He was not following any inherited rituals, how to do Hajj and, submit, worship a stone idol, any of this other nonsense that the Muslims have made into this cult. He was not doing that. He was only following the Quranic revelation. Quranic revelation is complete. It's fully detailed. It's clear. All you need to do is seek knowledge in the revelation with a sincere heart. And if God wills, he will guide you. This is really what it is. So, are you willing to follow Muhammad by following the Quran alone as he himself did? Or are you of those who will continue to follow the footsteps of your ancestors and end up in the raging fire? And this is chapter 31, verse 20 through 22. "Do you not see that God made subject to you what is in the heavens and what is in the earth, and has lavished upon you his favors outward and inward? But among men is he who disputes concerning God, without knowledge or guidance or an illuminating writ. And when it is said to them, follow what God has sent down, they say, nay, we will follow that upon which we found our fathers. Even though the Satan invites them to the punishment of the inferno, and whoso submits his face to God and is a doer of good, he has grasped the most firm handhold, and to God is the final outcome of matters." So this concludes my presentation about Prophet Muhammad, that he was the first of Quran unknown follower. if you want to get into this more in detail, then I suggest you read my article that this talk is based on my website. I'll put a link in drop down box below. Please definitely check out Brother Garen's translation, and you can read it at your leisure on any device at reader.quranight.com. All those links are in the drop down box below. Reason, think, and don't follow your forefathers blindly, and believe in God, the last day, and do good deeds, and believe that the Quran alone is the right path. God willing, until next time, peace and blessings be upon you.